Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Thursday market webcast. All right, so look, we talked about lower band ride yesterday, and we talked about bounces, and we talked about bear market rallies. We had a little bit of that yesterday. Follow-through hasn't been a whole heck of a lot in this last Globex, so we're still inside of yesterday's candle. So yesterday's candle engulfed the prior day candle and all the other fancy stuff they say. But look, it tried to dip down below that lower band. It got it back and it closed near the highs. So, you got the 9-day to deal with and then all the other moving averages, 20, 50, 100, and 200. Hourly chart. And, one of the things we mentioned yesterday is the bears continue to win these consolidations, that there's going to be rallies. When the rallies come, you better be long or you better stand aside because you can't really fight them short. You can't really fight them short. You can't fight them short. So we talked about 36.13 is the low of the moment. There it is. It lifted out of that pretty quickly, pretty efficiently yesterday morning with that Bank of England news at 6 a.m. It never really came back, and they just steadily grounded up all the way throughout the course of the day. So what were your choices yesterday? You could be long or you could stand aside. I mean, we bought 68 at I don't even know. It was before 10 o'clock in the morning. We held it all damn day. It was boring, but it was profitable. I'll take boring and profitable anytime. And we ended up getting stopped out at 28? I think it was. Yeah, 37.28. So, but I guarantee you, there were scores of people out there yesterday who are just like, you know what? Every one of these things gets sold. See this right here? That's the high. Nope. That's the high. Nope. Nope. These are hourly candles. Nope. Nope. Oh shit. Don't be that person. Just don't. And if you can't deal with it, then just don't do anything at all. Not doing anything at all is better than shorting it, adding 17 times, and now probably sitting here this morning, waking up, after getting, 2 hours of sleep, and saying, I'm swing short. Okay, well, what you did was you took a day trade and then you got all dug in and ideological and the whole thing, and now you're swing short. And what typically happens with those trades is they come in, everybody gets even, they swear to God they'll never do it again, and they take it off, which usually results in the counter trend higher low in this situation. And then what we have to look out for today is, does this high get taken out? They took it very efficiently into the 37.50s and they couldn't take it out. Weekly pivot sitting up there at 37.69. And remember, we talked on Monday. We said, what do the bears want to do? They want to keep the entire week below the weekly pivot. They did it last week. They got to do it again. So look, these rallies are going to happen. Totally fine. It is what it is. And it's already come back in 75 handles from where it was. So the volatility is there. But don't use up all of your mental and capital bullets fighting it all the way up to 37.50. Your brain will be jello by the time you need to actually do something. So, what about today? All right, well, let's talk about it. You got hourly midband 37.16.19. If the bulls can't get above there, then this is going to kind of glide in. It's going to hold there, and then if you take out this low from Globex 36.77.25, it starts to open up 36.50 and below. Absolutely possible on the table today. Volume weighted average price, call it 37.07. Proprietary moving average is 93 and change. 5-minute mids locked up with the daily pivot right around where we're trading right now at 97.5. So what the bulls want to do is, fine, you can bring it in. You want this to be a higher low, but you got to take this high out. If you take this high out, you got two things that are going to happen almost immediately. You're going to have to deal with a 9-day. You have to deal with this line right here, the first one on here. You have to deal with the 9-day, and you have to deal with a weekly pivot. That's a couple of big inflection points for the bulls to deal with on a higher high from a higher high versus yesterday. I always say this, I said this for years when we were in uptrend. The bulls can't get up there and be out of gas. If they're up there and they're out of gas, then in the bigger picture, we make the low of the moment at 36.13. We get a little bit of a rally. They take it up to weekly pivot in the 9-day. Weekly pivot in 9-day, hold as resistance. That will embolden the bears, allow them to take out 36.13, and then fuck if I know what's next. And neither does anybody else, by the way. I could throw targets out all day, but it's not going to make you any money. So setups and risk and managing winners, that will make you money. Telling somebody who's long 68, well, I think that we're going to, 41.75 by, October of 24. Okay. You know what? If I want, if you want to go work for the Fed, go work for the Fed. If you want to be a trader, then be a trader. So, if they get up there in the 9-day and the weekly pivot, if the bears can somehow do their job, hold it and bring it back in, that makes this little pop for a day or so the bear's best friend. It looks very good technically. They could bring it in and take out the lows, and there's a lot of room to the downside as far as where they could take price from there. What has happened historically in the last 5-10 years is that the bears will give it up. I mean, they just got done doing that last month, and then they'll take it up another couple hundred handles while everybody who's all dug in, with their 17 ad shorts that are now new amateur swing traders start freaking out and puking their position. So the ideal for the bears is to hold it here. Although part of me thinks taking it up to here and failing is probably the best thing that could possibly happen. And the bulls want the opposite. All right, that's all I got. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care, trade them well. Talk to you tomorrow.